All right, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, today we're going to be writing equations in slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is that y equals mx plus b because it's a slope and there's an intercept. So when we start to write these, this is what we're, I guess I got a little ahead of myself. So this is our slope over here. And this is our y-intercept. Remember, y-intercept, if this is our graph, the graph intersects, let's say, here. So that means the intercept is located there. Also, our y-intercept is where x is 0. So you would have a value of 0 for x and then something for y. Okay. So in this case, it says the y-intercept of a graph is the value of y where the line crosses the y-axis. The y-intercept is also the value of y when x is 0. So I already brought this up, so obviously it's going to be importante. In a graph of a horizontal line, the y value is constant, which means we have y equals some number. Therefore, equations of horizontal lines will always begin with y equals something. Okay? Turn that off. So in a graph of a vertical line, the x value is constant. Therefore, equations of vertical lines will always begin with x equals. Which means in this case, there is no y-intercept because all the values will be x's. So in this case, it says the slope of a line has the slope of -9 and a y-intercept of 2. What is the equation of this line in slope-intercept form? So you're going to hear me say we need an m, we need a b. In this case, the m is -9, the b is 2. So y equals mx plus b. All I'm doing is putting these values where they belong. So now we have y equals -9x, and in this case it's a plus 2. Because it's a positive 2, it stays just like that. So y equals -9x plus 2. Again, a line has a slope of 4.5 and a y-intercept of -10. What is the equation of a line in slope-intercept form? Again, we need an m, we need a b. The m is 4.5, the b is -10. So when I go to write this, y equals mx plus b. The m is 4.5, so y equals 4.5x. Now it says the b is -10, but it says addition. So remember, if you're adding a negative, that's the same as subtracting. So in this case, it's -10. A line has a slope of -5 and passes through the origin. What is the equation of a line in slope-intercept form? So really quickly, if we have a line that passes through the origin. Think about what that coordinate is. That's 0, 0. And previously we were talking about that's where x is 0. We also know that this is a direct variation, so it's a proportional relationship. So really, in this case, we're only going to have y equals mx. So that means we only need an m, which is given to us. So that is -5. This is a special situation, so y equals -5x. And technically, there would be a plus 0 because the intercept is at 0. But we don't write plus 0 because that doesn't change the value of anything. All right, in this case, we're going to look at these equations and pull the slope and y-intercept. So remember, y equals mx plus b. The slope is your m. The y-intercept is the b. So the m value I have is a -5, while the b is a +7. Same thing here. Y equals mx plus b. The m is our slope, and this is our b. So in this case, our slope is 3. The y-intercept isn't even there, so that means it has a value of 0. You don't say not there, you don't say anything like that, it's 0. So that means it passes through the origin. All right, let's keep going. Again, same thing, m and b. So y equals mx plus b. So in this case, the m is implied to be a 1. So our slope is 1, and our y-intercept is a -5. Again, we're just pulling it from the equation. Now we're going to look at some graphs, and we're going to grab the m and the b from the graph. I'm going to start with the y-intercept. The y-intercept is here. It's located where the graph touches the y-axis. Remember, that's y, this is x. So it touches the y-axis at 3, or the point 0.03. Remember, these two mean the same thing. The next thing we need to do is find our slope. Remember, slope is rise over run. So I'm going to use the idea of that whole rise over run, creating a little triangle here to find our slope. So it looks like there's a rise of 1, 2, 3, and a run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the rise would be 3/6, or 1/2. So when I go to write my equation will be y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Sorry, I did it all off to the side instead of here. So our slope is 1/2. The y-intercept is 3. So y equals 1/2 x plus 3. All right. Let's continue to another. All right. Now, first of all, I notice my slope is negative. So I'm going to throw that in there right now before I lose that idea. My slope is negative. So we're going to find an m and a b. So I'm going to start with the b, which is located at 9, or the point 0.9. Now m, our slope, I need to find 2 points that intersect, so we'll use this one, which is our y-intercept. I know it's negative, so my rise is 1, 2, 3, and the run is only 1. So when I simplify this, this is -3 for our slope. The y-intercept is 9, so when I write my equation, y equals -3x plus 9. All right, I think we have one more. Very good. So once again, we need an m, we need a b. Remember, m is slope, y-intercept is b. So first of all, I notice my y-intercept is at the origin. So that means we have one of those special situations. So let's look at this. First of all, our y-intercept is at 0. And our slope, let's see, it looks like this point intersects. Now pay attention to your graph. It actually goes by 2s. So my rise is 2, 4, 6, 8, while my run is 2. So when I go to simplify, I end up with 4, and it is positive. So I have a +4 as my slope. So my equation, y equals 4x. Remember that +0 is, it's kind of there, but not really. We do not need to write it. So it's really just y equals 4x.